Do it, boss. Primordial blocks, everybody. Yeet! Double boss. Damn! What the fuck is going on in this fight? Damn, some pretty cool stuff, honestly. There's like a ball spinning, and you have to track where the ball is. The animations for the rocks going up is sick. Got like multiple statues turning. It's a pretty freaking sick ass fight, and this is just a map, so. War Banner and Dread Banner are new aura skills coming alongside Path of Exile Betrayal. You'll carry banners through combat with you, planting them down in moments of triumph or desperation for powerful extra effects. Alright, let's see this. Oh! Yeet. Okay, you literally have a banner. Huh? It's getting all bloodied up, dude. Oh. It planted itself. Let's give him a 45 buff. Banners provide powerful benefits for attack-based characters, casting instantly and reserving a small amount of mana when first used. Wait, how much mana is it? Okay, it's like 15%. Yeet. It's like 15. Something like that. War Banner increase the accuracy of nearby allies while increasing physical damage taken by nearby enemies. As you kill enemies, it gains stages. Casting the skill again while you have the banner active plants it in front of you, ending the mana reservation. War Banner is more aggressive of the new banners, is the more aggressive of new banners, and is available from early level. Dread Banner is a high level skill that gives you and nearby allies a chance to impale with attacks, lessening accuracy of nearby enemies. It's kind of like Vol skills, but not. Dread Banner can easily gain stages on a boss. Being able to instantly grant the Empower Fortify is an excellent way to respond when your group is about to be struck by a powerful boss ability. You can only have one banner active at once. Banners can be supported by generosity to have them applied to your minions and party members with enhanced effects, but they won't apply to you anymore, even when placed. You can generosity them? You have to hit things or kill things, so the War Banner works. The Dread Banner a little bit less so. Yeah, it's kind of like a Vol skill, but not. That you can kind of charge up in fights, but we don't really know how much. And then you can charge it up throughout a map and then pop it on a boss. That kind of primarily works on attack-based characters, but then also some casters can implement it, and then summoners will definitely be implementing in the War Banner. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept. I wonder, it could be like one of those like one socket wonders, you know? Yeah, so again, promoting a more active playstyle with more buttons to use. I like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of that. I like Vol skills for that, and I always liked builds that just need more buttons because of things like having to click more buttons. So might be a 1-point wonder, might be absolutely useless, might bring champion back. We just kind of need more information, but it's looking pretty good. And from like a concept point of view, it's definitely pretty cool. This is the Arctic Breath rework. Finally, they're reworking all the cold skills, so we knew this one was coming at some point somewhere in the some future, and there seems to be a lot of numbers, but I haven't seen any of this, so let's check out the video first. No idea what happened. Oh, looks really shitty. I'll be honest, looks terrible. Like in terms of just the visuals. The projectile now flies rather than traveling on the ground to the target location before bursting. Great start. When it bursts, it creates a chilling area that deals cold damage over time to enemies inside. Damn, another cold snipey vortexy type of shit. Oh no, it is moving. Look, it's spreading. Oh yeah, it is moving. It just spreads in a regular AoE and takes like a second to start. Yeah, it totally is spreading. Just super duper slowly. Interesting. Okay. The area burst can also overlap, letting you deal more hit damage to an enemy when projectiles burst around them. Okay, makes sense. To let you further invest in the cold snap damage over time, we've added a new kind of stat, cold damage over time multiplier. This can be found on new weapons, jewels, and shaped mods on items, and on cold clusters on the passive tree, as well as new notables on the occultist. Damn, dude, this patch is... This fucking expansion, whatever it is, it's... Apparently they're planning like a balance manifesto too. They're doing a lot, because this is like the third or fourth announcement of them just doing a lot with the skill tree, it seems like. And I like it because if it makes it so that you can actually shape your skill tree more around the specific build rather than the, oh, you use an AoE skill, your skill tree is kind of gonna look like that, except a couple points that maybe this other AoE build picks up. Like, I like the specific stuff. It's cool. All sources of cold damage over time multiplier add together, then multiply the cold damage over time you deal. It sounds ridiculous. This sounds really busted. Also giving chaos damage over time the same treatment, adding non-ailment chaos damage over time multiplier to items, passives, and the occultist. Damn! They're going all out here. Holy shit. I thought I'm gonna be playing Firebrand, or Armageddon Brand, but I might just play with this. We gotta see some more numbers. Patch notes, numbers. We've added a new bone chill support gem that causes your chills and chilling areas to increase all cold damage taken proportionally to the slow of the chill they cause. What the fuck? Even more? This means that if a skill with a level 1 bone chill supports chills an enemy enough to slow them by 21%, they'll have 21% increased cold damage taken and an additional 10% increased cold damage taken. Increased cold damage over time taken. That's insane. Level 1? Slow by 21? That's nothing. That's so strong. This makes chill effects even more useful for cold damage characters. This sounds ridiculous. They like created an entire different avenue, like a whole thing, playstyle for PoE. Man, this sounds ridiculous. It will be a freaking powerful ability. I suppose it won't be exploding with the chill if it pierces. I wish they explained the interaction with like pierce and chain and all this sort of stuff. Scarabinos. And to my understanding, there's also another type of a scarab, because this is polished, this is gilded. There's also another or maybe two types of scarabs. And essentially, you can't have multiple of the same one thrown into a map device, the same way you can't have multiple of the same fragment. Like you can't have 3 midnights for the extra quantity in your map device. And yeah, one more. Yeah, so there's 3 different types of scarabs. And yeah, it's not a whole lot of information, but I mean, anything that kind of helps up with maps right now, I'm pretty happy with. Map sustain should be looking pretty great this upcoming league, just because sextants are more powerful. The Atlas seems just better overall for map sustain, and then we've also got these little guys. So, I mean, if I need to choose between extra, you know, quantity, is it quantity? I think it's quantity. Quality? From like devices, from fragments, or, you know, throwing in a Polish Scarab. I'd probably go with the Scarabs. Not that big of a deal, but possibly pretty helpful. More information. Scarabs drop in Betrayal safe houses from the chest and the living quarters of specific Immortal Syndicate members. There are 3 tiers of each Scarab. Oh, I actually like that it's specific. So maybe a lot of times you're going to be doing, you're actually going to be making choices based off of this. There are 3 tiers of Scarabs, which correspond to 3 ranks that Syndicate members have. Oh, okay. So not that rare, I would imagine, but we'll see. These do require some effort to get, but with careful planning, you can try to engineer it so that you get several per safe house run. Yeah, just gotta know a little bit more. It's not quite enough, but I mean, it's cool. More shit, more mini stuff to mess around with, you know? Right. Cast on crit, my dudes. Cast on critical strike support. The support skills deal more spell damage is still here, but instead they changed it so that the cooldown time is no longer 0.5, it is now 0.15. Which means that Cast on Crit is literally back. And I anticipate it being quite popular in general. I would imagine something like this might also be indicative of a potential Poet's Pen nerf, just because it's not that difficult to make like a Poet's Pen build, and then you've got the more multiplier and pretty much rest in piss just about any self-cast build, which I don't have too much of a problem with, but yeah, I don't think GGG balances around. Like, they don't change things based off of actual balance. They change things based off of trying to switch things up nowadays. So there are many things in the game, and that's why I think like very meta things might be changed, but not because they're like immensely powerful and there's nothing better than them. An example being Poet's Pen. There's many things that are better, but this just works well enough and it's that popular that it's just gonna get changed. It's kind of like what Sunder was, right? Also, where they changed Sunder eventually, slightly nerfed it. It's still totally playable, but slightly nerfed it just to get people off of the Sunder train, even in a little bit. And not because it was too strong, but just too many people played it. They just wanted to switch it up for people, you know, all the returning players and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Cast on Crit is back, and to be honest, it's kind of stronger than ever because of the multiplier, and everybody's got so much damage. You don't really need like a multitude of casts. You're never going to struggle with cast speed. We've got tons of abilities to proc it now, and because you do so much damage, all sorts of new builds can come up, like, you know, Shield Charge Cast on Crit builds, the Consecrated Path Cast on Crit builds, Flicker Strike Cast on Crit builds, obviously the usual Barrage, you know, anything Ground Slammy. The biggest unknown factor I think in this is that we've received some pretty heavy AoE nerfs since the last time Cast on Crit was like quite powerful. So that's going to change up some things, but not particularly much. Another thing is the Multiple Totems support. Here's one of 2 new support gems coming in Path of Exile Betrayal. Oh, okay, so Bone Chill is the other one, and then Multiple Totems support is the thing. Sports skills which summon totems. 11% increased totem placement speed. That's 11% quality. So quality is totem placement speed, which already is ridiculous. Support skills have +2 to maximum number of summoned totems. Ridiculous. Summon skills summon 2 totems instead of 1. Ridiculous. Supported skills deal 40% less damage. Yeah, this is broken. Even if, like, this is level 1, right? So even if it goes down to only 30% less damage, it's actually ridiculous. Totally broken. It's like they took a look at Delve and they went, you know what people really didn't play in Delve? Totems. They seem really underpowered because people didn't play them. Let's like give it this ridiculous thing. The reason why people didn't play totems in Delve was because Delve suck with totems, but this thing, man, is crazy. Alright, what is this? Paradoxica. This is a Vol Rapier. 25 to global critical star multipliers. Attacks with this weapon deal double damage. Wow. And then it's got 2 veiled mods? I suppose, which means nothing. But even if we were to just take this weapon and just, it would be just this, it would still be pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. What do you have here? Slivered Tongue, my friends. Yeah, this thing's trash still. Arborix. It's kind of okay, but it's not okay as like a physical bow, and then as like an elemental bow, it's not okay either. I just don't think things like this work anymore in PoE, because this is kind of the type of bow that you just want to pick up iron reflexes and just always have it. And if you always have it, then it's 30% more damage when arrow hits at close range. But then why not just use a Chinsel? Anyway, what's this thing? Armageddon Wing, Harbinger Bow, 50% increased critical strike chance. So again, Harby Bow. 22% increased physical damage. Adds blah blah. All of this is normal. 138 increased physical damage. So this is just a single prefix. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it in a way, honestly, because yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but bows really need this. I just hope they're not doing something like this for everything. Like, I hope they won't give this to like axes and swords and all this sort of stuff. But for bows, I think this is okay. I think two-handed melee weapons are getting it. Yeah, but are one-handers getting something like, you know, similar? I mean, either way, for two-handers, this is good too. I mean, anything that helps two-handers is a good thing, right? So